What's up, guys? It's Dr. Jim. I am your CBD expert, your natural health care expert, and your worldwide virtual health coach, and I want to welcome you to tonight's live. Thank you for getting on. Kind of funny, I accidentally went live on another page that I totally didn't mean to, so if you're just getting on, thank you for getting on. My wife just messaged me and says, you're on our chiropractic page. So a little confusion for me. This is why I can never take another week off of doing videos. I got out of practice and I went on the wrong page. Ridiculous. So tonight's topic is CBD oil. What is the difference between the 500 milligram and the 750? What we're going to do tonight is we're going old school. We're taking it back. We're going to the original, like some basics. You know, they always say if you want to be the very, very best, you got to master the basics. And guess what? This is some basic stuff, but you know what I also realized is that some people are just starting on their CBD oil journey, and this is information that they need because I get tons of questions every week about should I get the 500 or should I get the 750? So this topic is going to be awesome. I'm excited for it. Definitely, when you're coming in, I want to know, are you live? Because I need to know. Are you getting the full energy of Dr. Jim Live? Are you watching on the replay? But either way, it's going to be an awesome one. I'm excited. Once again, the title is CBD oil. What's the difference between this 500 milligram and the 750 milligram? And the disclaimer for tonight is I'm not your doctor tonight. You are not my patient tonight. There is nothing about this video that constitutes a doctor-patient relationship. So please don't change anything about your medical treatment because you heard me talk about something cool in this video. Second, CBD oil is a natural supplement. It is not a drug. Therefore, it is not for the diagnosis, treatment, or to try to cure any specific disease. So please don't change anything about your medical treatment because of what you heard me talk about on this video. All right? Now, with all that said, I get tons of questions every single week. Doc, what should I get? What strength should I get? And I want to put this in perspective. I want to give you the real great information to help you decide what to do and what's the real difference, all right? What's the big difference? And so I really think if we're going to go basic and we're going to go old school and we're taking it back, then what we should really do is talk about kind of some basic stuff like what does CBD oil do? Well, number one, what CBD oil does is it helps balance your endocannabinoid system. Now, your endocannabinoid system, or your ECS, is a system in your body that helps all of the systems communicate with each other. It helps bring about homeostasis to the body, or balance. And ultimately, if you want to have ultimate health, if you want to have a positive impact in many, many health conditions, you're going to want homeostasis or balance in your endocannabinoid system. It also helps when you have an endocannabinoid deficiency. So your body makes these cannabinoid substances, and sometimes people have a deficit in them. So they have things like fibromyalgia and anxiety and restless legs, and many of these have been linked to what they consider a possible endocannabinoid deficiency. When you take CBD oil, it actually helps fix this deficiency and helps bring balance to the body, and when you get that balance in the body, it has a huge impact on your health. Now, what's awesome about that is when you do that, well, what could it help? Now, once again, we don't diagnose or treat or claim to cure any specific condition, but CBD oil has very positive impacts in things like diabetes and weight loss, blood sugar, blood pressure, anxiety, stress, sleep, inflammation, pain. There's just so many places because your endocannabinoid system has its hand almost everywhere. Any condition that you have that ends in itis, that's inflammation. Itis means inflammation. So anything that ends in itis, CBD oil can be really great for. So this is what's key. It helps bring balance and homeostasis to the body, and almost any condition in the body can benefit from having better balance. And at the same time, you don't have to have any conditions because we know, according to patents from the U.S. government, that they know that CBD oil is a neuroprotectant, and it got a patent for its neuroprotective and antioxidant qualities. Now, doesn't everybody want to fight free radical damage, especially free radical damage that could be happening in your brain? Absolutely. So these are all reasons that CBD oil is awesome. It's also not just for you. Guess what? Your pets, they also have an endocannabinoid system. So it's great for them as well. So these are the kind of cool things that we want to make sure that are being taken care of that happen when you work with CBD oil. So the question then becomes, all right, great. Well, Doc, what is the difference between 500 and 750? Are you ready? I mean, are you really ready for me to tell you the big, huge difference between 500 and 750? Here it is. There is no difference. There is absolutely no difference between 500 and 750. None. No difference. This is the difference. In a 500 milligram bottle, there is 500 milligrams of CBD oil. In a 750 milligram bottle, there is 750 milligrams of CBD oil. So, per drop, there is a half. So, in the 500, there is a half a milligram of CBD per drop. In the 750, there's 0.75 milligrams per drop. That's the difference. There's not a difference. So many people ask me all the time, well, I have really severe pain and I have really bad anxiety. Should I definitely get the 750 because it's so much stronger? Listen, if you take, 10 drops of the 500 and you take 6 drops of the 750, it is exactly the same thing. All right? Does that make sense to everybody? So I don't want everybody to be freaked out. There is a difference. I mean, there's more CBD in a 750 bottle than a 500, but the bottles are the same size. So it just means per drop, 750 has a higher concentration than the 500. But it doesn't mean if you take, you can still take the exact same amount of CBD, it's based on how many drops you're taking. Does that make sense, everybody? I hope it makes sense. That I want to give you that kind of knowledge. It's that simple. Now, here's the deal. It can get confusing. So the brand that I recommend, and later on, I'm definitely going to tell you, for the brand that I recommend, right now it has a 500 and a 750. Okay? Now, I look out there and I see other people talking about their brands, and they're like, well, we have 1,000 or we have a 1,500. Okay. But it's in a bottle that's like 8 ounces, all right? So we have a 1 ounce bottle with 500 or 750. If you have an 8 ounce bottle with 1,000 or 1,500, is it really any better? You just diluted it out into a whole bunch of other stuff that's not actually CBD, all right? So the key, if you want to know, what you do is you take the total size of the bottle, all right? This is how you do it. Take the total size of the bottle. If it's 1 ounce, or how many milliliters, 30 milliliters I think is 1 ounce. If it's a 1 ounce bottle and you say, okay, or 30 milliliters, you can divide, how many milligrams by how many milliliters, and you'll get the milligrams per milliliter. All right? Now, if you got a big 8 ounce bottle, and I don't know how many milliliters that is, but if you divide the 1,000 or the 1,500 by that many milliliters, you'll find out, you know what? The 500 milligram is actually stronger per drop, all right? Or something like that. So I just want you to be able to look through all the garbage that I often see out there, people talking about how big their bottle is, or things like that. It doesn't make a difference. It's how much, it's the milligrams per milliliter, all right? That's the big difference. Now, so when I recommend somebody, let's say you've never been taking CBD oil, and you're like, what should I take? Should I get the 500 or should I get the 750? Well, here's the deal. What I always recommend, I almost always recommend starting with the 500. Because here's the thing. I don't care. Let me rephrase that. I don't care doesn't sound nice. It doesn't matter how severe your symptoms are based on how much you should be taking. All right, do you guys hear that? Meaning, if you have really severe anxiety and really severe insomnia, it does not mean that you need to take more CBD oil. That's not how the endocannabinoid system works. All right? So let's say, I've seen people take 3 drops of 500 and it was almost too much for them. All right? That's it. Almost too much for them. All right? 3 drops of 500 milligram. And they had severe anxiety and some sleep issues. So my point is that just because your symptoms are more severe does not mean that you need a higher dose necessarily. Now you might, okay? Because the dosing for every single person is going to be different. So no matter what you do, if you get the 500 or you get the 750, I always say you start off low, right? Start off low and then increase slowly, all right? So maybe that's 3 to 5 drops, and you do it morning and night, and then you increase it every few days until you start to feel the difference. You start to feel what you're hoping to feel, all right? That's how you do it. So even if you have severe pain and severe insomnia, you can start with the 500. Now, if you keep increasing and increasing and increasing, and next thing you know, you're blowing through a 500 milligram bottle in less than a month's time, guess what you should order next time? Get the 750. All right? Does that make sense to everybody? Don't say yes, because I'm going to ask you later, but definitely that's the difference. All right? So I always usually recommend people start at 500, and if you blow through that first bottle, get the 750 the next time. The only reason necessarily to start with the 750, I mean, unless you like it. The reason to start with 750 is because it is more economical. You're getting a lower cost per milligram of CBD, and that's a great reason to buy the 750. So if you're trying to be the most economical, then definitely get the 750 because you're getting more CBD per dollar. All right, and more CBD per dollar is more economical. So that's a really good reason to do it that way. Okay, so let me see. I'm just checking out my notes here. So another thing I wanted to talk about as well, in addition to just like the 750 or the 500, or if you're getting it from some other company and you're like, well, they had a 1500 bottle, it's figuring out how much CBD per milliliter there is so you can really get an idea. But then the other part is, I've seen a lot of people like, well, I take 25 milligram capsules. And what I want you to understand is talking about something that you eat versus an oil, you cannot compare strengths, all right? Did you hear me, guys? You cannot compare strengths because when you take a 25 milligram capsule, basically it has to go through your digestive system and go through the first pass of your liver before it makes it into your bloodstream. So the chances are, what is the chance that 25 milligrams is going to make it into your bloodstream? And that's probably not very good. I don't actually have any idea how much is going to make it in your bloodstream, and that is exactly the reason why I recommend an oil and not a capsule, okay? But so there's a lot of times people are saying, well, I take a 25 milligram capsule, so I need 25 milligrams of the oil. I wouldn't do it that way. If I'm starting a new oil, I always start low and increase slowly. I think it's really, really important, okay? So that's kind of the key. So what is the difference between 500 and 750? What did I say? There's no difference. No difference. The only difference is how much CBD is in that bottle. There's a half a milligram of CBD per drop in the 500, and there's 3/4 of a milligram per drop in the 750. That's the difference. So if you take a little bit more of the 500, you're taking exactly the same thing as the 750. Does that make sense to everybody? Don't say yes, because I'm going to ask you to say yes to some other things later. All right? Now, here's the other part of that argument, and when you're looking at, sometimes you're looking at how much is in there and what you should get. Listen, if you're not getting the right brand, if you're not getting a brand that is certified by the U.S. Hemp Authority, you don't necessarily know if it has what it says it has in it. I mean, they did some undercover investigations and they found out you don't really know. A bunch of them didn't even have CBD in them. So my point is if you get if you don't get something that is from the U.S. Hemp Authority, like the brand that I recommend, you don't even know if it has what it says it has in it. So that can be a really big problem, right? A really big problem. So I recommend getting that brand, all right? Now, if you would like to know the brand that I recommend that you know is going to have exactly what it says in it, the exact amount of CBD oil, it comes in a 500 milligram and a 750, all right? And if you want to know the brand that I recommend, then I want you, don't put it in the comments, I want you to message me, all right? Direct message me and say, Doc, what should I take, all right? Now, if someone else sent you this video, please get back with them and ask them what they would recommend that you take, because it's probably what I recommend, all right? But if no one's working with you and you want my recommendation, please go ahead and direct message me, and I am going to help you with exactly the brand that you know is going to have exactly what it says in it. It's an oil, so it's going to go directly into your bloodstream. It's not going to have to pass through your digestive tract. It's high quality, really good oil, back to the basics, good stuff, all right? Now, at the same time, not only if you're looking to buy it for yourself, but also if you're out there and you're like, man, I want to be a part of this. Like, this doc, he's loud, he's kind of out of control. By the way, this past week, you know how I know we're making a difference, everybody? Thank you, everybody, for getting on here, because we are changing the world. And you know how I know? Because the amount of haters who have been coming at me this past week, I mean, horribly rude comments, calling me a snake oil salesman, and like just ridiculous stuff, all right? They don't know me. They don't know what my goal is. My goal is to help you, all right? But if you want to be a part of this movement with me, if you want to be on my team, if you want to get into the CBD oil business and help supplement your income or make a standalone, I mean, I have friends in this business that this is a full-time job for them, and they are doing better than most, all right? So if you would like to be on my team, direct message me, please. Direct message me and say, I want to be on your team, and we will hook up, and I will help you get into the CBD oil business. Now, if somebody else sent you this video and you want to get on their team, by all means, please go be on their team. But if you don't have a home and you want to be in this business, please definitely message me. We are changing the world. We're changing lives. So that's awesome. So we're not going to listen to the haters. They can't stop us, man. This CBD oil train is rolling. It is changing people's lives. We're helping people every day. Know that you're a part of that. If you want to be a part of it, if you want to take CBD oil, message me. If you want to be on my team, message me. Also, I created a YouTube channel, Dr. Jim Holland on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to that channel. We got a lot of information over there, because you guys know, yes, I'm into CBD oil, but I created an online health transformation program featuring CBD oil. It includes diet and supplements and CBD oil, and I did it all because I've been working with people over the past 20 years in the areas of weight loss and functional medicine, and making huge changes with people. We are launching some collaboration with medical doctors in Europe in precision medicine that is going to change everything. So if you want to hear about all that stuff that I'm up to, weight loss and care for diabetes and autoimmune conditions, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to know about the online health transformation program that you can be a part of, go ahead and put yes in the comments. It will help you lose weight. It'll help with your blood sugar, your blood pressure, your inflammation. It uses CBD oil, diet and eating style, and specific supplements for your condition to help you get where you want to go. If you want that, go ahead and put yes in the comments, and it will send you, you have to hit yes twice. So it's going to send, in Messenger, it's going to send you a message. Then you have to answer yes, and then it's going to send you a link. Now, this is ManyChat has been a beta program, and the problem is sometimes it hasn't worked. So if it doesn't work, message me and we'll hook up, all right? But definitely, please, if you want that program, hit yes. It'll give you an opt-in page, and you can go check it out. for weight loss, for all kinds of awesome things that you can do to really transform your health using CBD oil, diet and eating style, and specific supplements for your condition. I explain it all in the video when you opt in, all right? So, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Please like this video and share it everywhere, all right? Because you know what? These haters and just the mean, evil stuff they were saying to me really got to me. And you know what? And I almost said, why do I even do this, right? Well, I could be at home right now with my son and my wife, and, I had to run out to go to his awesome school event and then come here. And you know what? Why am I even doing this? You know why I'm doing this? Because I want to change lives. And you know what? Those haters at first bothered me, and you know what they do now? Now they've inspired me, because you know what we're doing? Oh man, we're scaring them. We're changing lives, and it's making a difference. So please like this and share this and get this out everywhere. I want this to have 10,000 views before next week. All right? If that's possible, I know you can help me do it. All right? So what's the difference between 500 and 750? Nothing. Just the amount of CBD oil in each drop. Half a milligram per drop in 500, 3/4 milligram per drop in the 750. That's it. That's the big difference. Depending on how much you take, you can make them exactly the same. All right? So we went old school. We went back to the basics. Thank you guys for liking and sharing and being part of my family. Please like and share everything. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel. I got to get over 1,000 people. I need 1,000. I know you can help me. Hit yes if you want to be a part of my online program. Message me for what CBD oil to take. And if you want to be on my team, just put in, Doc, I want to be on your team, and I will help you, all right? So just like I tell my son every day before he goes to school, be your very best today. Hashtag never quit. And I believe that God wants the very, very best for you. And the day you believe that, change your life forever. Have an awesome, awesome night.